The door opens, and the receptionist finally calls me over. The principal has your sister in his office. The way she says that, I already know it's bad news. I give her a strained smile and try and think of an excuse that would bail her out of this one. By the time I get to the office, I can already hear her muffled shrieks through the door. There's some more muffled yelling, and I hear her curse wildly.
Get your hand.
I'm sorry I'm late. There's no time to think. Right now I just need to separate her from the principal and start some damage control. It's worse than I thought. She's being restrained on the couch by several male teachers. Her uniform is ragged and torn, eyes bloodshot, tears and snot running down her face. They started it, don't listen to them. She sees me and immediately starts struggling again. I'm f***ing innocent. This is the last straw for your sister. The principal sits calmly at his desk, his attention fully upon me. I've made concessions for you in the past due to her circumstances, but her behavior can no longer be tolerated. She spits on one of the teachers. Son of a, take your sister off of our premises. She is no longer a student here. There is nothing you can do. Just leave and be thankful we haven't filed a police report. I understand. I'm very sorry it's come to this. Thank you very much for your restraint. I bow as deeply as I can before turning to her. You all, I f***ing hate this place anyway. She manages to get her leg free and flails wildly. Die, all of you. I bow my head to the teachers. The biggest one looks about an inch away from snapping and simply breaking her neck, and grab hold of her arm. We're going, I say to her. Don't make a fuss. You can't just tell me what to do. You can't force me to do anything. She tries to spit in my face, but her mouth is too dry. She settles for swearing instead. Ignoring her, I pull her off the couch and walk as fast as I can to my car, ignoring the curious looks from my former schoolmates. You're hurting me, she whines sullenly as we leave the school. Let go of me, I'm innocent. She hit me first. I was defending myself. Be quiet. I could leave her at my apartment for the time being, though I'd probably come home to a trashed place, and my partner had said last time was to be the last time. I don't think I can take her back to our parents' house. The fact that the school rang me probably means she isn't welcome there anytime soon. God, she says, you're all pricks. You know that? It wasn't my f***ing fault. I was just taking a break up on the roof. Some uptight girls from 3rd year saw me up there and I might have had some cigarettes up there, okay? Sue me. She says to me that she's gonna tell a teacher and get me suspended, so I just stop talking. Get in the car and give me the cigarettes. I open the door and nudge her in. Whatever, fine, they were yours anyway. She throws the pack of cigarettes into the back of my car. Fucking hypocrite. On the way back to my apartment, I ring someone at work. Where are you? My coworker immediately starts talking, all of her problems at once. You just up and left. Did you know that the manager came looking for you with the orderlies in hand? Something went wrong and we're all working overtime to fix it. Then there's the— I'm sorry. I won't be able to make it for another hour or two. I cut her off, trying to drown out the sound of my sister smacking her feet against the dashboard. Not again. She sounds tired. Too tired for a 20-year-old, and it's mostly my fault. Is it your sister again? Yeah. Look, I'm sorry. I'll be there as fast as I can. Just try and make it work until I get there. Alright. Please come as quick as you can. I'm trying to cover for you, but people are starting to wonder why you keep disappearing. She hangs up, and I drop my phone into the cup holder. I realize my error a split second after I put my phone down. My sister pounces on it and immediately starts to press buttons. Put it back. It's just a phone, don't be so uptight, she says, playing with the volume buttons. Look at this piece of— You know that products are just overpriced pieces of plastic, right? You're paying a 50% markup for a fashion item. Put it back. Now. I feel my hands tighten on the wheel. I bet you thought you were so cool when you bought it. Oh, look at me with my phone that matches my man purse. I bat the phone out of her hands. The car actually swerves as I do it. The phone bounces around until it's resting somewhere near my feet. What a baby. Can't stand people playing with his stuff. She snorts, pulls her knees up to her body. God, you're such a loser. I'd have to ring Mother, tell her what happened. Then I'd have to work on getting her into a new school. There were still a few private schools she could be sent to. If I could just get an interview and explain. Suddenly, a thought hits me like a freight truck. What time is it? What? She looks at me like I've grown a third arm. I don't know, like 1:30? You were supposed to have taken your medication at midday. I took it already. No, you didn't. I pull over to the side of the road. F*** you. How would you know? She rolls the window down and leans against the sill. You always do that, pretending like you know everything. I grab my backpack from the back seat. Here's something to eat. I hand her a sandwich and take out a bottle of water. Eat it and then take your medicine. No. She doesn't even turn to look at me. Take your medicine. F*** you, she replies flatly. Do you even know what it does? Do you have any idea how it makes me feel? If you want me to take it, you're going to have to force me. Damn it! I don't realize I've crushed the bottle until it leaks through my hands. Take your fucking medicine. She turns to me. Brother, are you mad? Scary. She cackles like she's just heard the funniest joke in the world. You're such a fucking beta. I'm surprised your girlfriend doesn't get sick of Take your... Come on, brother. Why don't you just force them down your little sister's throat? She grinds against the seat, squeezing her neck with both hands. Just grab me by the hair and suck me in. I know it already. I've crossed the line. My sister has a reason for the way she is. But me? I'm supposed to be the mature one here. Yet here I am, back to my usual self. I am garbage. It's quiet for a while. I focus on my breathing. Everything else stops existing. Eventually, I hear her voice. Quiet enough, I almost don't hear her. You don't get it, she says, her voice muffled by her jacket. You don't know what it's like, and you don't care anyway. She sniffs, wiping her bloodied nose on her sleeve. No one cares about how I feel.